down there. But praise the Lord, it's supposed to warm up this week up here in North Dakota. So we're not going to be 45 below zero anymore. Thank you, Jesus, right? Well, I am excited tonight. We are going to have actually a special guest on at the very end of this tonight. And we have so many big events coming up. I don't know if you guys realize we're going to be in Minneapolis. Then we're going to be down in Kansas City. Then we're going to be over in Wichita. Then we're going to be over in Oklahoma. Then we're going to be down in Texas. So the next 7 days, Scott and I are literally going on a run. A 7-day run, and we are going all over to help our team win because we want all of you winning. Who wants to win? Raise your hand if you want to win. Come on. Hopefully you got on tonight and you're learning a little bit about winning. But John and Teresa Getz literally just called Scott and I up, I think about 2 or 3 days ago and said, hey, can you guys tag on to some of those meetings you're doing? We think that we can pack it out. John and Teresa told me they've already got 70 confirmed guests like in 2 days of promoting. So at the end of the meeting tonight, they are going to be talking about when an event is in your area, how do you promote it? How do you get people there? How do you get eyes in front of these presentations? Because we know it can change people's lives. By the way, if you're on here tonight, you've been part of LifeWave for a while, would you do me a favor? Would you do me a favor? Would you put in the comments what LifeWave patches have done for you? Just a couple, 1, 2, 3 sentences. Just let them know what's going on with this thing because we have brand new people on here tonight and we want to make sure that they see what's happening with this incredible technology. I'm just going to tell you what, the next 45 minutes are going to completely change your life. It's going to go so fast. You're going to learn so much and you're going to kind of I feel like you got hit with a fire hose. In fact, you're probably not going to be able to sleep tonight because you're going to be thinking about what this phototherapy technology can do for you and your family, the health and the wealth aspect of it. So let's rock and roll, baby. Okay, so thank you. As I'm talking here and starting to share the presentation, continue to put in the comments what it's done. And I just appreciate your time and energy to do so, you guys. You just never know who you're going to inspire with your powerful testimony. I'm going to start with something that's going to be shocking to your eyeballs. Are you guys ready? I hope you just didn't eat. I'm going to share something with you that a friend of mine shared with me last night. And she basically sent me a text message. She said, nothing in the world could convince me that these patches do not work. They work so well, so incredible. And she said, Renita, you don't know this, but I cut my finger. So I'm about to show you something. I'm sure Facebook will probably block it because it's so gross. But let me just show it to you real quick. You guys ready for it? Brace yourself if you get nauseous from blood. Okay, this is my friend. That was her finger. Okay, she cut it. Like she literally cut off the end of her fingertip. Yucky. That's it from the side. You guys see it there? Oh, like a chunk. She took a big old chunk out of it. And she wears the patches. She put the patch on. And last night, I want to read to you exactly what she texted me. This is last night. She texted me this last night. And this is exactly what she said to me, you guys. And I thought, I just got to share it with you because for skin stuff, we know this is incredible, right? She said this, no one can convince me that the patches don't heal. 2 weeks today, pretty amazing how my finger has healed up, I'd say. Sorry about the graphic photos, but I had to share. She said 46-year-olds normally don't heal that fast. And so literally she said, it's just like amazing. You know how sometimes the tips of your fingers, you're bumping things, you're grabbing things, and things do have a tendency to take a little longer if you've ever injured the tips of your fingers. But check that out, you guys, 2 weeks on the patch. And so she is so convinced, so excited about what the patch has done for her and her family. So pretty amazing what we see going on, isn't it, guys? So again, if you're just joining us and you're brand new, just go ahead and type in the comments what the patch has done for you. We want people to know how this patch can absolutely change their life like it has yours. All right, moving on. Let me stop the share. I just thought I would shock you right out of the gates with that photo, right? Sometimes you need something to wake you up a little bit, right? All right, the next thing I want to share with you, if you're brand new on here tonight, put in the comments, I'm new, I want to hear from you. I know we've got people literally from all across the country, all over the world, that are having incredible, incredible success. If I was on an SPD meeting today, David Schmidt has already done 6 additional brand new studies on the water technology. Do you guys know this? In addition to that, he is doing a study right now on the X39 and 49 together that they're going to be launching at convention this fall. And he said, do you know how a lot of people get on anabolic steroids because they want that extra muscle. Well, they're doing a study right now with X39 and 49 to prove that those patches together can improve lean mass. And I don't know if you guys know anything about clinical studies, but there has to be statistical significance, it's called, in order for a study to be real, okay? And they've already proved statistical significance with wearing X39, right? This is the mother load patch that hopefully all of you are starting with. And then the X49, which we know is great for like bone density, blood flow, anything nerve related, brain related. Anyway, the combination of those two together. And they're doing a clinical study over an 8-week period. Get this, you guys, you're not going to believe this. This is wild. They are having people exercise wearing those two patches for 50 seconds a week. I said that right. 50 seconds. So all of you that hate exercise, you're going to love this one. I love exercise. So I'm like, okay, we could do more than 50 seconds in a week. But the study is 5 exercises, 10 seconds each, 50 seconds a week of exercise. And the results that they're finding are mind blowing. So I'm not even going to get into more detail because I'm sworn to secrecy over here. I just want you to know the clinical studies that are coming down the pipeline, X39, 49, the water technology. I mean, all of it. It's unbelievable. So praise God, we're all here tonight. The next thing I want to share with you guys, if you're brand new tonight, you've never been on one of these, welcome. Make sure you get back and you talk to the person who invited you on here, because that person will definitely help get you started at the wholesale price if you're not yet. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our website. If you are a person that likes to learn, raise your hand if you like to learn. Maybe you're a little bit of a researcher. Maybe you got to do your own due diligence. I love that. I love that. Let me tell you the place to go do the due diligence and to go do the research. It's called thisisitinfo.com. Write that down. Thisisitinfo.com. Think of it as the one-stop shop to go get all of your knowledge about X39. Maybe you want to learn about the science or the patents, or you want to hear from a doctor, or maybe you want to hear a testimony about someone with a heart problem. It's all here. It's in there. Remember that old commercial? It's in there. Okay. Thisisitinfo.com. And we're going to watch a quick video for those of you that are brand new to this, just so you understand what the X39 is all about. Here we go. Let's push play.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy for improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
I love it, you guys. So this is just one of the many videos that you could watch. And let me go back there. Now you can see thisisit.info.com. And again, if you're the researcher on here, if you're the investigator, if you're the person who says, I need to dig deeper, I have more questions, make sure you jot this down. This website will help to give you a clear vision of exactly what this patch can do for you. So thisisit.info.com. As I scroll down, we're not going to watch any more videos, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't. There's a lot more on here. What is phototherapy? Who is this David Schmidt, the founder of this technology? Show me the patents. Do you guys know that you don't just get a patent? You must prove a patent scientifically. Are you guys aware of that? So David Schmidt actually has over 180 patents in regenerative medicine, which is exactly what the patch is. It's regenerative healthcare. Maybe some of you want to listen to Dr. Leland Stillman. You want an MD's perspective. Great. Go ahead and watch this video with Dr. Stillman. As you come down, more great information about the patents. What are some long-term effects that you can expect, right? The results are astounding. As I continue to scroll down, all of the medical doctors, all of the doctors talking about this is the greatest scientific breakthrough that they've seen in 40 years of being a doctor. Can you imagine? 40 years of being a doctor, and this is the greatest breakthrough they've seen, and it works the easiest for everybody. So again, if you just hopped on, if you guys could mute yourself, that'd be really awesome. Go ahead and mute yourself. But as I look at this website, the final thing I want to show you, lots of great information, lots of great videos, but at the very top here, can you guys see testimonials? When you click on testimonials, maybe you say, Renita, I don't want the science. I don't want to read the patents. Just tell me if it's going to work for my sleep. Just tell me if it's going to work for my bladder problem, right? You can come here and you can literally click on testimonies and watch video after video after video. Maybe you want to learn about sleep tonight. Maybe you want to learn about somebody that has kidney dialysis and what it can do for them. Maybe you have a loved one that has a neurological disorder like my mom, right, guys? And you can learn all about that. And there's video after video, testimonies about people's lives that are being changed and their bodies are healing from this X39 patch, you guys. So amazing. So again, that's thisisit.info.com. Those testimonials are at the very top. Hey, are you guys reading the chat? Is everybody putting in there what the patch has done for them? I love this. My inflammation and energy is pretty much amazing, right? The inflammation's gone, the energy is amazing, and so much more, especially with my animals. Remember, people are patching themselves and their cats, dogs, and horses. I just visited with a friend of mine today at the airport who I hadn't seen in 25 years since high school, and they rodeo. And he's like, yeah, we've got this horse that's 16 years old that is really having a lot of pain and inflammation. And I said, have I got something for your horse, right? So the beautiful thing about this, it's not just for people, you guys, it's for your animals. Look at this. Ann Jansen's blood pressure went down 50 points. 50 points, the blood pressure went down. This is incredible, isn't it, you guys? So one after another, if you haven't read those testimonies over there, get a clear vision of those. Take some screenshots to inspire some friends because people need a little encouragement. Would you guys agree? We live in a world that sometimes can be tough, so we want to make sure that everyone's encouraged. All right, I'm going to get to the presentation so I can get through because we got to get to John and Teresa because they are amazing. All right, if you're brand new on here, again, reach out to who invited you on here. That person will help get you started at the wholesale pricing. The biggest question of the night, have you been patched yet? And if you haven't, it's your lucky night. You know, all LifeWave products are free from drugs, chemicals, and stimulants. We're pretty proud of the fact that we're activating the body's innate ability to heal with light. How many of you guys think that's really cool, giving your body a set of instructions with light? So we don't claim to treat, cure, or prevent disease. We cannot say that. We are not a drug. We are phototherapy. We are considered an FDA wellness device, okay, for those of you that might be interested. It all started with this pretty lady right here, my mom, Pearl, and she's rocking and rolling. Today, she was eating like a horse. When I left, she was jumping on the trampoline at her house. My mom is amazing, but she was literally dying 3 years ago of Parkinson's. She had dwindled away down to 97 pounds from 169. She couldn't eat. She couldn't brush her teeth. Her penmanship was a line. If you guys know anything about Parkinson's, their penmanship goes. And we had taken away knives from her. Her teeth were literally falling out of her mouth. She had such bad periodontal disease. Long story short, everything changed the moment we put that patch on her, you guys. We didn't see the outward effects of what the patch was doing until day 11. And at day 11, it was like the lights went on in the house. It was like we flipped the switch. My mom was walking without the walker. She was talking clearly. She was joyful in the morning. She was literally walking across the kitchen and looking at me saying, "Hey, Nita, do you want me to make you some eggs?" And this is the lady who hadn't cooked in 2.5 years, right? And so when I saw that, I knew there was something to it. And my mom continued to improve and continues to improve, you guys. 2 months into it, the dentist called me, said, "What did you do to your mother's mouth?" I'm looking at a different, completely different set of teeth here. All of those teeth are set solidly in her mouth. There's no more recession. He's like, "I can't believe it." Her penmanship came back. Her smile came back, as you can see on the photo here. This was at a Mexican restaurant down in Arizona, celebrating her birthday. So we love the power of this patch. But, with my mom, it took 11 days. Some people say, "How long is it going to take?" I don't know. I don't know how long you've been sick. I don't know what your internal state looks like. But here's what I know. If you wear the patch long enough, you too will have your health miracle. My dad was my second LifeWave patch miracle I witnessed. That morning when mom was bebopping through the kitchen, offering to make eggs without her walker, I said to my dad, who was dealing with these oozing, goozing legs, I said, "Hey, do you want to try this patch on you?" And my dad looked at me. He said, "I thought the patch was for Parkinson's." And I said, "I don't know what it's for, Dad, but at this point, looking what I'm seeing with my mom, I think it's worth a shot." He said, "You know what? Let's put it on." And the legs on the right are my father's legs 24 hours later. All of the swelling had gone down. The dripping and oozing and goozing was dried up literally overnight. The next morning, my dad said to me, "Looks like that sticker worked. Where can I get some more stickers?" All right. That's the wisdom of an 80-year-old. It's like a kid. Looks like the sticker worked. Give me some more stickers, right, guys? So the patch can work for everyone. You just got to wear it. You got to get people to put it on. I always ask people, are you ready to change your story? If you've been battling with your health for a while, I'm sorry, but are you ready to change that frequency to a healing frequency? I love in the video that we just watched, it said our bodies are masterpieces of design. I agree. Amen to that one. This is the third LifeWave miracle I saw with the X39. My friend Penny had been dealing with these hands. And as you can notice, it's really amazing for skin, which is why everybody looks 10 to 15 years younger after wearing this patch for a year. Okay. You look at them and you're like, did you get a facelift? You're glowing. What's happening? Right. But Penny had these hands for 8 years. She'd had chemotherapy. I don't know if you know anybody with chemotherapy, but it really wreaks havoc on these people's bodies and immune systems. And it's rough. And I'm sorry if that's been you or a loved one, but there is hope. Penny literally called me and said, "Will this patch work on my hands? I've been dealing with this terrible, terrible eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, whatever you want to call it, ever since my chemo." I said, "I'm not sure if it's going to work, but it's worth a shot." And I said, "There's a 30-day money back guarantee." So I said, "If it doesn't work on day 29, just get your money back." She sent me the picture on the right, you guys, 5 days later. And she said to me, "Renita, I'm going to tell the world about this patch." And so we get to see a lot of miracles every day with a lot of stuff, you guys. But it's not just for old people with bad skin. I've got a lot of athletes on here tonight. My son Bo is on here. We've got Bo's team rocking and rolling down in Arizona. We've got Truett on here. Truett's got a lot of young guys that are patching. Their acne's going away. They're tougher at the gym. And now I'm understanding why. When I saw that little bit of what's going on with that clinical study with X39 and 49, I'm just telling you what, I don't think I'm going to go to the gym ever again without those two patches on after understanding what's going on with that clinical study right now. So if you're on here and you work out, you lift weights, just saying X39 and 49 together, baby, together. And so the miracle breakthrough happened with Bo his senior year track season. He had been dealing with a lot of oozing, goozing feet, actually. His feet were bloody and he was really having a hard time really repairing his feet, to be quite honest. And times were not so great, a lot of stress mid-pandemic. And he started wearing the patches. And literally within, well, Bo, you're on. Do you want to share how fast it happened? You can unmute yourself there. Let me unmute you. You're probably missing me staying at your house, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm missing that for sure. How's the cold weather down there or up there in North Dakota?
It's not that good. It's not that good, but I'm
Good.
here. Yeah, it's gonna get better. So you want to tell people how fast the patch was working with you? And I mean, you guys are just animals in the gym now. I see you all patching, but when you first started, I know you had some things going on. Do you want to share just briefly about that?
Yeah, like my mom said, I had those bloody blisters, feet. I was running 60 to 70 miles a week. So training was pretty rigorous conditions and wasn't taking care of my body how I properly should. And so I started wearing the patch, and within 2 weeks, no more bloody feet. My skin was healing quicker. My migraines went away that I had for 2 years, which was definitely from race-induced anxiety and then the stress of studying and tests and everything. So those migraines went away, which was amazing. Just waking up feeling more mentally clear and refreshed, just recovering quicker in between training sessions, which was huge, as a Division I athlete. And yeah, it's just been a life-changing patch for myself. Being able to push more weight in the gym is huge. So if you're a fitness enthusiast, you love lifting weights, this patch will definitely help you set new records in the weight room.
Yeah, I think it's happening. Bo said to me the other day, you guys know what a muscle up is? Is that what it's called? A muscle up, Bo?
Yeah, muscle up.
These guys are doing muscle ups like they're, eating a candy cane. Bo says, yeah, I can do 4 sets of 10. I said, you can do 40 muscle ups. I'm like, that's amazing. I said, so definitely strength, muscle
Appreciate it, Mom.
recovery. Love you, Bo. Love you. Strength, muscle recovery, all of those things. So if you have an athlete on here or, somebody that you love and care about is saying, hey, can this improve my performance? The answer to that is absolutely. I would say yes, affirming yes, especially after what I heard today from David Schmidt. So moving on, you guys, let's get through this because I cannot wait to get to John and Teresa. Very quickly, a little bit more about the inventor, the scientist. And again, hopefully you'll go on over to thisisit.info.com for those of you that really want to learn and dig deep. But 180 patents, you guys. The founder of this technology created it for the Navy SEALs 21 years ago. Now, I'm not sure if you're a Navy SEAL on here, but sometimes I feel like I am one. Bo definitely probably feels like he is one with the rigorous routines that he does. But David actually created the very first phototherapy patches, LifeWave patches for the Navy SEALs. And they were taking ephedra and amphetamines, and they were having heart problems because they were going on these 40 and 50-hour missions. So he was contracted by the DoD to create a wearable phototherapy technology to help these Navy SEALs to balance their energy when they were on these extended missions. And guess what? It worked. And so from there, it was used by the female swim team down at Stanford University. Incredible, incredible athletes down there, but nobody was doing their very best that year. Everyone was really struggling. They put the patches on, and within the first 3 weeks of the athletes wearing the patches, the female swimmers at Stanford, all of the swimmers, not some of them, every single swimmer broke their personal record in practice, and 4 had qualified for the U.S. Olympic swim team. So originally, the patches were created for performance, you'd want to say, right? But what happened is in 2008, David said, let's focus on stem cell research. This is going to be the future of healthcare. And it took him 10 years and a lot of clinical evidence and scientific studies and $4.5 million to bring to market the X39. So that's probably what somebody told you about tonight while you're on here. But the X39 is the patch, like the video said earlier, that activates a copper peptide. And that copper peptide is called GHKCU. And just while the video was playing, I just asked AI, what is GHKCU? Just while that video was playing, because I haven't looked at it in a while. And it says improve skin and tissue health, may help with wound healing, tightens loose skin, improves skin elasticity, firmness, and clarity, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, reduces hyperpigmentation and photo damage, which is why people's age spots lessen quickly, protects skin from UV radiation, improves wound healing, increases collagen, improves tissue regeneration in skin, hair, stomach, and intestinal lining. Did you guys know that it does that? The GHKCU peptide increases the tissue regeneration in your stomach and intestinal lining, which is probably why everybody's gut health gets better, right? What else it does? It says may help with acute lung injury, may help with chronic obstructive lung disease, may help with pain and anxiety, may help prevent age-associated neurodegenerative disorders. I mean, it's just on and on and on. And so I'm here to tell you, we are so thankful we're wearing this patch. You will be so thankful when you put this patch on. And month one will be great. Month two will be better. By month three, people will be saying, what are you doing? Why do you look and feel so young? What's going on over there, right? So this is the guy who actually discovered the copper peptide GHKCU. If you're on here and you're working the business and you're sharing with others, this is a great resource to carry around. I have it in my car every place I go. When people ask me what GHKCU peptide can do, I just hand them the book, right? Read the back of the book. But we have over 95 clinical studies in our back office, and we're about to have a whole lot more. Like I said, David is working on 6 right now as we speak. For those of you that don't know about stem cells, they're the #1 indicator of how healthy we are. You guys realize that? We're all made of stem cells. So look at us, your hair, the eyes, the teeth, the bones, the heart, the liver, the kidneys. I mean, literally everything in the body is made of stem cells. And stem cells can become really anything that the body needs to repair and regenerate. And I don't know if you're 30 years old on here, but if you're 30, you've got a 60% reduction of stem cell activity. For those of you that are 20, at age 20 is when the stem cells start to decrease. So if you say, hey, I'm 20, well, the magic window is closed. And now your stem cells are going down. It's called the aging process. And by age 30, you've got that 60% reduction. By age 50, if you're 50 on here tonight, you've got a 75% reduction. How many of you are 60, or maybe you know a 60-year-old? 90% reduction of stem cells, which is why people have the effects of aging. This is why their knees hurt and their back hurts and their hair gets gray and they just don't feel good, right? So by age 80, like my dad with those legs, 95% reduction of stem cells. In fact, the older people, when they put these patches on, it's like it literally is a reset button on them. Have you guys seen Crystal in our Facebook group? Her dad, is Crystal on here tonight? If she's on here, unmute yourself, Crystal. Her dad was in hospice since February, literally only awake for about an hour a day, taking a shower and going back to bed. And the guy is literally up and at it, running around. He's got the church directory out, calling all of his friends, telling them about the patch, because it literally has given this guy his life back, you guys. So we see people in their 90s regenerating, right? So you're never too young and you're never too old for better health. That's what I know. So how it works is that proprietary form of phototherapy, nanocrystal technology, nanocrystal meaning small. Remember, the patch is non-transdermal, which means nothing leaches from the patch into the skin except for light. So all that you're getting into your body is a spectrum of light. And in the case of the X39 patch, it's activating, the spectrum of light is activating the GHK copper peptide. Okay, so non-invasive, I love that. No drugs, chemicals, or stimulants, I love that. You can wear it really anywhere on the body, but a lot of people like to wear it at the base of their neck there or under their belly button. And when they put it in one of those 2 areas, you wear it for 12 hours on, and then you take the patch off and throw it away, generally at night when you're sleeping, and you put a fresh patch on the next morning. So when you buy the sleeve of patches, they come like this. There's 30 patches per sleeve. And if you sign up to get the wholesale price, which is absolutely what I would recommend, because I'm crazy about saving money. I hope you guys like saving money too. Do the wholesale pricing, and that's $100 a month. So less than a cup of coffee from Starbucks a day. It's like $3.33 a day. And you're reactivating and regenerating the cells of your body. So benefits of X39, hopefully you've seen and heard enough of that. We want to know what happens to you. The most important testimony in the room is what your body's going to do and how your body's going to heal. So let us know. Again, just lots of great things, from sleep to improve muscle, bone, skin, mental clarity. This is a great topography map, which was a 77-year-old woman who actually had some problems going on with the brain, maybe a little memory issues, brain fog, not sleeping so good. And this is after 3 weeks, you guys. Look at session 2. The red on session 1 was a whole lot of brain inflammation going on. Session 2 is 3 weeks on X39. All of the red is gone. All of the red is gone. That means all of that inflammation in the brain is no longer there. How amazing is that? I just think for this one picture alone, we should be running after everybody with a little bit of hyperactivity in their brain, right? So
Hey,
the first few
Renita.
days, yeah.
Hey, Renita. Crystal is on. I didn't know if you wanted to talk to her or not, but she is on.
I love it. Where's she at? Could she just talk and then we'll
There
Here
she
you
is.
are. I
Here,
see
Renita.
you. Hey, let me add the pin, and I'm going to stop the share, and you just share briefly about what's happened with you, Crystal.
Okay, I'm sorry for the way I look here. I just got out of the shower, but Dad is doing amazing. It's getting better every day. He went in less than 100 days, he went from 6 liters of oxygen, struggling to breathe on that. I mean, he couldn't even eat and breathe at the same time. So he had to rest when he's eating. It was really terrible, and he was on just a terrible downward spiral. But when we started the patch, it started getting a little bit better, and so we gradually titrated him down. And I went over one morning because I'm always there to help him with his breakfast and everything. I walked in and he didn't have his oxygen on. And I said, Dad, where's your oxygen? He's like, I don't need it anymore. I'm better. And
Wow.
So, and he has not used it since. And he is, every day I see improvements. Like we had the best day today because he was just the best conversation. He was awake all day, and
Wow.
it was wonderful. And I just feel like I have my dad back. It's
Wow.
incredible. And I'm so thankful.
Oh, I love it, Crystal. Thank you for sharing. Keep us
Yes.
updated. You're in our prayers. Your dad's in our prayers.
Thank
But
you.
you know, when I heard that he said, get that church directory out, we got to tell
Yeah.
some people about the patch. I thought, here we go. Living life on purpose again, you
Yeah.
guys. Here's the thing, when you feel better, guess what? It's time to get back on the train of purpose, right?
Yes.
Sometimes when you're fighting for your health and I don't know if any of you are on here tonight fighting for your health, or maybe you've got a loved one fighting for their health. And I'm here to tell you, this is your moment. This is your moment for their miracle and for your miracle. And when you have your health back, you have options in life, right? You can see clearly again, and you can set some new goals and some new visions for your life. So, Crystal, thank you for sharing. I love that story. I love your dad, and I don't even know him, but we appreciate you so much. And thanks for hopping on. I love it. Thank you, Sherry, for letting me know that she was on there. Gosh, you guys, this is why we do LifeWave. Isn't this great? Because the stories, they just never get old. They never cease. I mean, if you are ready to step into a sea of miracles, this is where we're at right here. Okay. So David Schmidt says this is not another anti-aging product. There's a lot of those in the marketplace. This is actually age reversing, as you're hearing about from Crystal. And I mean, really everybody who wears the patch, they regain their health. Now, there are other patches, you guys. X49, I feel like I have to mention it just because I saw that clinical and heard the clinical study that's happening with the X39 and 49 together. For those of you that are looking to improve your strength, increase your lean muscle, remember, muscle protects your bones. This is a powerful combination of the 39 and the 49 together. Okay, so just if you're looking to increase the lean muscle mass, how many know muscle is amazing? Raise your hand. Muscle protects the bones. Muscle gives your body shape. Muscle helps you to keep your posture. Muscle helps you to carry all the bags in from Costco, right? Important things like that. So energy enhancer is what David started with, and that was 21 years ago for those Navy SEALs, you guys. But here's the good news. You don't have to be a Navy SEAL to wear the energy enhancer. It actually will help you to burn 30% more fat during a workout when you wear the energy enhancer. So if you're on here and you're looking to lose the weight, throw on a set of those energy enhancers. It's a 2-patch system. You put the white on the right, tan on the left, white right, tan left. Eon, if you're on here tonight and you've had chronic anything, any type of chronic inflammation, maybe you've had an autoimmune condition, maybe you've had chronic back pain, maybe you've had chronic, plantar fasciitis, really any inflammation, I would say use the combination of the X39 and the Eon patch. The Eon patch literally comes in and takes the brick off the gas pedal of your body. The gas pedal's roaring to go, revved up. That Eon patch says, you know what, we got to get this brick off the gas pedal and settle down that nervous system, bring it back to the parasympathetic state for it to heal. So X39 and Eon for anything chronic related, even gut conditions or skin conditions. If you're on here saying, I've had chronic skin conditions, Eon and X39. Ice waves for acute pain relief. Oh my gosh, we're so excited. We're so excited for my friend that I ran into at the airport today. He's gonna be patching his horses. And so they're using Ice Wave, or also there's a patch for horses called AccuLife, kind of like Ice Wave, white on the right, tan on the left. Again, it's a 2-patch system. Glutathione is a master antioxidant and helps the body to detoxify the heavy metals. Very, very important, you guys. But you don't have to start with the glutathione. You could start with X39 because that increases the glutathione naturally about 30%, just with the X39 patch alone. Once you've done that for a month or two, then bring in that glutathione to help the body detox even better. SP6, amazing to combat cravings, amazing for female hormonal stuff, amazing for people that have any type of blood sugar irregularities and issues. If you have high A1Cs, definitely would get on X39 and SP6 together. SP6 is to be worn on the left side of the body only. So your left leg, your left shin, your left inner ankle there, only the left side, okay? Silent Night increases the melatonin naturally. So melatonin, again, cleans the brains while we're sleeping. If you don't have enough of it, you know, because you're tossing and turning and you don't have that good brain cleaning that's going on at night. If you're not dreaming, it's time to start dreaming again, guys, because when you dream, you clean your brain, okay? So Silent Night, amazing at helping to restore the melatonin. Doesn't generally happen overnight, although I've heard some pretty miraculous things in a day or two of people patching. But David Schmidt says, give this one at least 4 to 6 weeks to restore that natural melatonin production. Remember, all of these patches are not bringing these peptides in or these antioxidants in. They're simply activating your endogenous means your internal state to produce these peptides, to produce these antioxidants. So it's not exogenous coming in from the outside in, it's endogenous, which means your internal state of your body is creating these incredible peptides and antioxidants, and it's doing it with light, a frequency of light from the patch. So cool. Carnosine, amazing. Hey, you know this cough that's going around that everybody has? You put this carnosine patch right here on the middle of the sternum right there, guys. Holy cow, you want to talk about it? Game over for the cough. Okay? So I love X39 and carnosine for anybody who's got all the stuff that's all over the country right now. Ella Vita, did you guys see the pictures of the young man who's 17 in 18 days? His skin, I posted it the other day on social media. That's my son Truett's friend. He is having amazing, amazing results with X39 and Ella Vita. So you wear Ella Vita at night. All right, guys? Amazing at evening out the skin tone. And then, of course, the AccuLife for the horses. Or if you feel like you're as big as a horse or you got pain like a horse, you can put a set of those AccuLife on. Go for it. Get excited about electrolytes. As you know, and as David has said over and over, if we would just try to put a patch on and think it's going to solve everything, that would be disingenuous. We really need you to understand the power of electrolytes in your body. When you increase your electrolytes, your body can effectively heal. Without them, it cannot heal. Have you guys ever thought about this for a second? Growing up as a kid, I lived on a farm. Do you guys know what we had for our farm animals in the farmyard? We had molasses blocks and we had salt blocks. How many of you lived on a farm and had salt blocks, carrying these 44-pound salt blocks out for the cows? Do you know why we did that? Because you can't take out a health insurance on cows, right? So you have to have them be strong and healthy. We're not much different than a cow. We need electrolytes first, which is why if any of you go into the hospital for anything, you could go in for, a car accident. You could go in for any kind of ailment, COVID, whatever. And guess what the first thing that they give you is? A bag of saline, right? Do you know what that is? 9,000 milligrams of salt. Salt and water. There you go, guys. That's literally what you get when you go into the hospital. They put you in IV with saline. So I want you to know that you need the salt, you need the potassium for your body to heal. So I should say you need the sodium and you need the potassium to heal. Okay. So a couple things that those electrolytes do. And again, I like the Redmond's Real Salt. There's other great salts on there. Baja Gold is a great one. But they help with the spark of our body. They help with the fluid balance. They help with the nerve function. I find out a lot of older people do not drink much water. They're severely dehydrated. Not only do they not drink water, their doctor told them to quit eating salt. So now they're all tired and sleeping all day, right, guys? That's your first indicator that you need sodium, is because you're sleeping all day and you've got brain fog. Okay, that's your first symptom. If you've got headaches, you're really You really need sodium and potassium. All right. So talk to who invited you on here and they'll advise you about what salt to get, what electrolytes are important. But let's talk about the money for the next 5 minutes. And then we're going to bring on John and Teresa Getz, 21-year-old company this year. The company was doing 320 million. Actually, they were doing 20 million a year until they launched X39. When they launched X39 4 years ago, boom, the company jumped to 320 million the year it was launched. Wow. Then it went to 430 million. And last year in 2024, do you guys know we finished over $600 million? We're available in over 75 countries. Do you know how hard it is to launch one country or two countries or three countries? We're available legally, ethically, where you can purchase our product in 75 countries. It's incredible, okay? This is not a Me Too product like most companies out there. It's not another weight loss shake. It's not another, makeup company. We are unique and different in the marketplace, and we've got the patents to back it up. So no one can duplicate what we have. Last year, we were the #1 momentum company in the entire world of direct sales and network marketing. In fact, they gave us the Bravo Growth Award. We were the #1 growth company in the world, you guys, in all of direct sales. Do you guys know that in the United States of America, there's 1.2 million direct sales companies? Did you guys know that? And did you also know that in a country like South Korea, there's only 126? You can't just get any network marketing company into South Korea. I mean, it is strict. It is stringent guidelines you've got to follow. And guess what? We launched South Korea last year, right? It's a big deal what's happening with LifeWave. So we're excited about the family, the time freedom, the security, the travel, the adventure. I mean, there's about 100 people from our team that are going to be in Punta Mita. I haven't even got to the goods of posting all that on social media, but if you're on here, I'm looking at Sherry, you won it. As I scroll down here, there's just a ton of you that are on here that have won this free trip. I know Jaime's on here. John and Teresa won it. Let's see who else is on here. There's so many of you. Daniel Blackard, Bridget Turpin. The Turpins are going to Punta Mita, right? Amanda Wallstrom won it. We've got so many of you on here that have won it. So congrats, you guys. I can't get to all of you tonight, but just know that we're so proud of you. And we believe the best is yet to come. If you're on this trip, here's my advice to you. You have 3 more days to win it. Tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you haven't won it yet, you could go out and you can make this thing happen in the next 3 days. So there's 6 ways of earning. The first thing I want to share with you is how you get started. Get off this tonight. Ask the person who invited you on here, what's your website? Give me the link for the cheapest price. I want to save the most money, right? That would be me. Okay, if that's you, say, hey, I want to save the most money. You're joining LifeWave as something called a brand partner. It's a brand wholesale partner. Okay, so you're always going to be able to purchase at wholesale. The core package is $295. It comes with 3 months supply of X39. So if you're on here and you're single, you could use it yourself for 3 months. If you say, I got friends, I got family members, you could do the advance for $535. You get 6 sleeves of X39, or you could choose some of those other patches. And then the premium pack is for the serious person on here that really loves to help people. Maybe you're right now thinking of people that you love. I mean, right now, just shut your eyes. Everybody shut your eyes for a second. I want you to think of 5 people right now that you know could just totally use this patch. Just shut your eyes, and I want you to visualize them well. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's your sister. Maybe it's a coworker. Maybe it's your next door neighbor behind you with swollen legs. Whoever it is, I want you to just imagine that person in your mind right now, and I want you to imagine them with the patch on and imagine them well, right? All right, open your eyes. Those are the first 5 people you call. Okay. Think of people you love and care about. You call those people first, right? We want everyone to be well, because when you're well and you're not thinking about your health concerns, guess what? You've got option like Crystal's sweet dad, right? So that's the packages you can get started with. There's 6 ways of earning. If you decide you want to share, you automatically get your own free website and your own free app. As soon as you get that free website and that free app, you can start sharing with your neighbor, your coworker, your sister, your mom, everybody that you know that has a heart beating that needs to improve their health and their wealth, which is pretty much the world. But when you do that, remember, when they go to your website and order, you're going to earn a commission. It's called a product introduction bonus. So you can earn $35 if they purchase the core package at your website. You can earn $75 when they buy the advanced package. And if they decide to go big and get the premium package, which is the best deal, it's the very best deal, it's the most savings for your money there. It's a $405 bonus when they purchase that. Okay. If you're on here and you're saying, I want to build this business, I want to tell others about this, guess what? We've got a system of duplication. It's called copy, paste, duplicate. And there's a 3-video series. Any of you that are in the group right now, if you could post the 3 videos so the brand new people have access to that. It's an 11-minute video, a 12-minute video, and a 21-minute video. One talks about X39. The next one talks about all the rest of the patches. And the third one talks about the financial opportunity and how to order. So if you're interested in sharing with people, you don't have to know it all. You just have to copy, paste, duplicate. Okay. Binary commissions is the next way to earn. You've got a right leg and a left leg. And basically what we're doing is we're helping people to win. And so the first 2 people you sponsor, they're going to go on one leg. The next 2 people you sponsor are going to go on the other leg. So in network marketing, there's unilevel, there's binary, there's lots of ways that network marketing companies choose to grow. We're a binary, which means we're just 2 legs, a right leg and a left leg. Every order that's placed by you, the people that you bring in and the people that they bring in and the people that they bring in, they are bringing in people that are ordering, and those orders are worth business volume, which stands for BV on there. And when you have 330 business volume on one leg and 660 on the other, that's 990 business volume, and you get a $50 cycle bonus. When every time there's 990 volume coming on your tree, the company automatically subtracts it. You don't have to keep track of it. Thank the Lord. It tells you in your back office exactly how you're getting paid. We get paid weekly. And with the binary commissions, you can earn $1,500 a week when you are a manager, which means you've sponsored 2 people left, 2 people right. Director means you sponsored 3 right, 3 left, and 1 on each leg has gone manager. Senior directors can earn up to $3,500 a week. Executive directors, $7,500 weekly they can earn. And then the presidential directors, which we've got a lot of those on here tonight, $12,500 weekly. And we've got a slew of senior presidential directors and I'd say about 4 that are ready to break. So they're ready to rock and roll at that rank, which is $25,000 a week you can earn. So that's another way of earning the matching bonus. When you bring somebody in, that's called your first line leadership. And in addition to that, $1,500 or $2,500 or up to $25,000 a week, another way you're earning is you're getting a check match if your team decides to build the binary. So maybe you sign up your sister and she says, I want to do this. She starts building the binary and she's making $1,000 a week on her binary commissions. Well, you're going to receive a 25% check match on that. So you'd earn $250 every week that your sister earns $1,000. So it's very important to help your team to win. Now your sister is going to sponsor her friend. That friend is your second line leadership. You're going to get a 20% check match on that second line leadership. And then, of course, the third line leadership is another 20% check match. We've got business trainings where you can learn a lot more. Scott goes into depth on that. People can go to your website and become retail and preferred customers. We want them on the product. We want them experiencing the results. With the retail and preferred customers, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. I will tell you that. But in addition to that, those customers do not fall on that binary tree. So you do make a commission on them, but they will not fall on that right and left leg, okay? The 5th way to earn is the regional trips, which I tell you are amazing. And don't worry, we will not let anyone be left behind. So we are all about helping our team to win and earn these free trips. And how do we do that? By helping people get well, by helping people reactivate their innate ability to heal, by teaching people an amazing income producing business for their families to have adventure and another source of income, which people so desperately need. So I'm going to stop the share for a second because I want to bring on John and Teresa Getz. Now, this couple, they are amazing. They are down in Texas. And what happened was we are doing a meeting in the Minneapolis area on Sunday night. So if you guys know anybody that may want to come to an event in Minneapolis, it's on Sunday night. Ann Jansen and her team are hosting that over there. But what happened was John and Teresa Getz heard that we were heading out to Minneapolis and then shooting down to Kansas City to help Sherry McCants and her great team. She's a presidential director, soon to be SPD. And John and Teresa say, can we get in on this? And they immediately, they booked 2 days ago, I think, and they're maxing it out. So I wanted them to come on and share with all of you, if you have events going on, whether they be in person, online. We've got a whole lot of in-person events going on the next few days. Like I said, Scott and I will be in Minneapolis, Kansas City. Wichita, Oklahoma, and then down to Texas in the next 7 days. So we're going to be all over. So John and Teresa, could I get you guys? Let me see where you're at. I got to find you.
We're here, that's for sure.
I see you. Yeah, this couple is amazing. By the way, on the leaderboard for Punta Mita, I think they're currently 4th. They're like amazing. So the whole time for this Punta Mita trip, this couple has been totally crushing it. They have so many points. I don't even know how many. It's like amazing what you guys have done. They're helping their whole team to win. Their teams are just incredible leaders and winners, and they just love to serve others. So John and Teresa, I'm going to let you guys take it away and talk a little bit about how you decided to start promoting as soon as you heard the word go. You were like, okay.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. And I want to let you know we're working on warming the weather up for you here. So we should be in the high 60s when you get down here. So
thank God. That's right. I need it hot. I need it hot.
I just want you to know that. But anyway, I'm going to let my husband start.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to Sherry for allowing, you know, Renita, what I love about this company, and let me start by saying the Punta Mita trip. That is phenomenal. For them to have 2 waves, you think about that. Teresa and I were in a previous company before we joined LifeWave. And I mean, they were stretching to try to get a few leaders there. Wow. Here, we have so many people going that everybody, and they have 2 waves. So I want to congratulate everybody, first of all, that made the trip and is making the trip. And like Renita said, you still got 3 days to go after it.
And you started to say about Sherry.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's what she keeps me online. Sherry, and again, I was going to say this about Scott and Renita. So when you have somebody like Scott and Renita, you know, they have different legs and different branches. They're deep rooted, but they got branches everywhere. What Teresa and I love is we're able to all do this together. Yes. So we reached out to Sherry and asked if we could invite a few people to Kansas City. She obliged us graciously. And again, we're doing the same thing for anybody else in our market. So we're running. But yeah, we reached out to Scott and Renita. I mean, we're scratching our heads, and I know they're busy running. They're leaving the hot Arizona weather with their kids with Bo. Yes. But we just asked them. We just threw it out there.
Because we know the importance of events. Because we believe in building from event to event to event. And Sherry, you did have a couple people reach out, so they've RSVP'd, just so you know. But no, go ahead. You can.
Well, I was just saying, when you have somebody, here's how Teresa and I, we love to promote not only just Zooms, but we love to promote meetings, to have somebody. Here's the way we look at it. We have Scott and Renita coming to your neck of the woods.
Top in the company.
Yes.
Built to the highest level in 66 days. So you guys, we look at it this way: success leaves clues. And so when you can plug into meetings like this, when you can get in front of people and put top leadership in, we teach people, we don't care how far you live, you get there. We have people driving 10 hours one way to come hear Scott and Renita Brannon. Wow. So when you have an expert coming into your market, you want to promote that. And so here's what I'll just say, and then you can add more, babe. First of all, you got to know that you know that you know what you have your hands on, product-wise and business-wise. And so when you get that deep-seated inside your heart and you know, like, it's hard to keep you quiet, right? It's like you got to tell everybody about it, because I feel like God has put us in charge of our sphere of influence. He's entrusting us with the people that we know, to raise them up and help them to go touch the people that they know. It's kind of biblical if you really think about it. And so you got to know that you know that you know. Next, you got to be excited. And Renita asked, how are you packing out we have an RSVP for like over 80 people at our house. So we're like stressing out just a little bit, but it's going to be great. So anyway, how do you do that? Well, you can't do it by yourself. You have great leaders. And I teach them, look, don't just text out a flyer. You got to get on the horn. You got to start calling people with excitement in your voice and say, do you know who we have coming into our market? If you're serious, if you're interested. And then the meeting isn't just for the brand partners, but you got to get guests there, because this is their chance to put somebody in front of 2 amazing experts that have already paved the way and shown the success. And what an opportunity it is. You know, they live up in the Dakotas. We're clear down here in Texas. And so it's a huge impending event. To me, it's as big as a corporate event, right? To have leadership like that come into your market. And so we really just try to paint that big picture of who's coming and why it's imperative to get as many people as they can in that room. Because, Zooms are great. We love Zooms. Since, COVID, Zoom has come into play. But there's nothing better than being belly to belly and face to face with people when you really get to build those relationships and let people know how much you care.
So I was just going to tag on. So we got the Wichita meeting, and again, Renita's got another group over down there, another branch of her. So we invited those people. We reached out to them, invited them, because we just know the more excitement, it just breeds enthusiasm and more excitement. And I see the Bonsons are on here now, and I know they're out of Wichita.
We're going to see you in Wichita.
And there's so many people down in Wichita that are so excited for them to come down there. And again, why would you not be? Scott and Renita Brandon. I mean,
and then the who do you know game.
Yes.
So we learned in this industry years ago that you play who do you know. So maybe I don't know somebody in a particular area, but we have a whole organization. Well, who do they know that they can get to those meetings? So anything else you want to add? Those are kind of some of, I was looking at my notes to see if I missed anything.
She don't need no notes to come from her heart.
Those are kind of some of our tips. Like, guys, when these guys are out in the trenches and building in the field, man, get people in front of them because it's huge. It's massive. Jerry, Eileen, are you guys excited to have Scott and Renita Brandon in Wichita, Kansas? It's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. And we have, Renita, you touched on it. We have great leaders that help us promote
all about leaders.
We're Oklahoma City. It's Sonia Warner's got a phenomenal team there, and they are so excited.
Oh
we got Debbie Martin helping us around here. And then, like I said, Jerry and Eileen are there in Wichita. We have a lot of Wichita leaders there. And so we're excited what's going to happen.
I mean,
and a lot of your team has won the trip. How many from your team is going to Punta Mita?
Absolutely. We're right at 12 to 15, and there's still 2 or 3 more pushing. So we're loving it because, it's fun taking a trip. Last trip we went with LifeWave, there was the one on the cruise, and we were by ourselves. Not anymore. It's no fun when you're by yourself. We had fun. We got to hang out with Jaime and stuff. But,
that's right.
But it's more fun when you have your team there and watching the smiles on their face and seeing them light up. And it's phenomenal. This company is amazing. Teresa and I, it took us a little bit of looking at it to.
No, we were incognito. That's all.
I know but we're excited. And I'll tell you, when you have people like Scott and Renita as your sponsor and everybody's upline here, I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. We love Scott and Renita so much.
Well, we love you. I feel like you guys are like, you're inflating it too big for me. I'm like, I feel like I got to up level my game when I come down there. You guys are, but I understand what you're doing because there's power in the next event. And even when we were down in Arizona, Bo had an event, and we until the moment of the event, we were inviting people that lived in the building to walk in. And this woman came in and she left like before we were done. And I thought, well, she must have had to get out of there. Oh, she went to fill out the sign-up sheet, brought it back with a premium pack. She said she put it in Bo's hand. She lives in his apartment complex. She's wonderful. She said, I'm doing the premium. I'm in, right? And so the in-person events, and I know that I see Lisa Turner on here. She's an amazing leader. She had a ton of people. Her people were coming up, handing her the sign-up sheets. They were so excited about the technology. And then the stories, the miracles that you hear from other people in the room that are not just Scott and Renita, but John and Teresa and the people on your team that have had phenomenal results. You never know how someone's story is going to touch someone's heart, right? And so sometimes my story might not touch your heart. You might say, I don't know anybody with cut off fingers and bad skin tonight, or athlete kids, but maybe you got something else going on where you hear another story, right? And that encourages you to say, you know what, I got someone came to mind. When someone comes to mind, I feel like that's the Lord putting them in your mind. So you should pick up the phone and call. But I think that there's power in your voice. I know that I'm different in person and different when you hear me versus a text. And I think sometimes when there's these events, people are scared. I think you can hide behind Texas. Can I just say that? Not Texas, let's state you live in, but texting. You can hide behind texting. Okay. And I'm here to tell you, let your voice go, let it out, shout it out, right? Let your voice be heard. Because when you call people and say, hey, listen, I have something so exciting. I mean, people are lacking joy in their lives. They're lacking enthusiasm. Do you guys know this? So if you call them with that little bit of fire, that little bit of energy, that little bit of excitement, that little bit of like, what if this is what you've been praying for? Right? I mean, that is so exciting to me. I mean, I did a Zoom meeting today with a gentleman who's an accountant. His son is a dentist. And it's interesting because I was on the Zoom with the son a couple of weeks ago, and it's our 30A team down there, and they're just crushing it. And all these people won this trip down there. I mean, we went down there, lit a fire, and like 15 people won the trip. And so, but this dentist got his dad ignited. And it was so interesting because the dentist's son, his name is Bo, Beau. And the dentist's dad, his name was Rick. It's my dad's name. So I talked to Rick today. And I said to Rick, you know what's interesting? I know your son got you on this, and my dad's name is Rick, and I have a son named Bo. And so he's like, wow. But anyway, the bottom line is this accountant, he said, I cannot wait for tax season to be over. I said, well, you know what? If the Lord puts people on your heart, he goes, you know, there's this guy behind me that's got legs like your dad. And I said, well, are you going to wait until tax season to help him? And he said, no. He said, I'm going to go over there tonight. And he said, what do I say? I said, you just walk over there and say, you know what? I've been thinking about you, Paul. And he goes, actually, his name is John. It's another disciple. Anyway, he goes, I've been thinking about you, John. And he said, you know, I recently watched this video, and this friend of mine, Renita, her dad had legs like you. And they put this phototherapy patch on that we've been using, and it's created amazing results. I think it might help you. I said, just go with the expectation, the anticipation that you want to love and serve your neighbor as you love yourself, right? Like, just like, let's go with that. That's scripture. And so I said, when the Lord puts it on your heart, don't be like, I got to wait until after tax season's over. If the Lord is bringing someone to mind, I generally pick up the phone. Do you guys do this too? Just like have you ever thought a compliment about somebody and then you don't say it when you see them? Like, whenever, I'm so good at this now, when I see somebody and I'm like, wow, you're beautiful. Wow, you got a strong body. Wow, that's a great dress. I've realized some people never get complimented. And so what if you're the person that just sparks that goodness, right, guys? So for me, I'm all about the energy and excitement in the voice. You got to pick up the phone and you got to tell them what they have their hands on. You know what I mean? This is not about being organized, a detailed checklist. It's not about that. It's about the energy. People want the energy. Your energy is your currency. Okay. It's not your organization. Facts tell, stories sell, and pictures are worth $1 million, I decided. And so I'm here to tell you, maybe you're scared to call somebody. Then you better get some before and after pictures, about 3 or 4 of those, and start texting them to the people that you want involved and say, you cannot miss this, right? Do something out of the ordinary that you've never done before. Don't just be, I think it's kind of somewhat passive to just throw a text on Facebook and say, come join me at this event. No one's going to come. They're not going to come. I got news for you. If you're growing your business like that, I mean, you're not growing a business. You've got to pick up the phone and put a little energy behind it. And guess what? Sometimes it just takes 1 or 2, and then all of a sudden you got an army of people on the trip with you. John and Teresa, I have no doubt the next one, you're going to have 50 people. I mean, because you guys are living event to event, trip to trip, and these guys are massive promoters. So I say, pick up the phone, make the call, get a little excitement, smile when you're talking to people, right? You just don't know how. One other thing this gentleman, Rick, said to me, goes, I got a neighbor that's had a back surgery. His wife is contemplating having another back surgery. She's thinking about it right now. She's thinking about having a back surgery. I said, if you wait until after tax season, she might have had that back surgery. He said, you're right. I got to go talk to her because she's contemplating having the back surgery. And I said, and you know what happens, Rick? One back surgery leads to another back surgery. He said, you can say that again. So he's already so excited to go. Just that, he said, this is just the people in my neighborhood I'm thinking about, Renita. I'm like, right? So that's where it begins, you guys. Who's within arm's reach right now, right? Pick up that phone, dial. Okay, John, Teresa, I'll let you guys have the final note because you guys are the powerhouses. And when you told me you had whatever, 70 or 80 confirmed guests in 2 days, I was like, holy Moses, these guys are fast, right? I mean, you just booked it 2 days ago.
Hey, it's just we're blessed to be circled with incredible people that have the same passion and heart as we do. And Renita, you said it, smile when you talk. I always tell people, don't text, pick up the phone and call people. People need to hear that you really love and care about them. And so we're super excited.
Absolutely, Renita, Scott, thank you guys so much for being the lead for all of us to follow. And again, just to have your energy in these rooms as these people feel it, I mean,
That's right.
we hope you bring it up a notch or two.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to kick it up a notch. I decided with all this promotion you're doing. Like I'm
And we want to say thank you in advance for taking the time to come and do these cities and these tours with us.
Absolutely. On a short notice like that, we just threw it out to you. And it was within probably a couple hours. You said, let's book it. Let's go for it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yep. You say yes. It's the year of saying yes. Pick up the energy and pick up the phone. Say it with me, guys. Pick up the energy
and
pick up the phone. Say it again. Pick up the energy and pick up the phone. Some of you need to do a couple jumping jacks and then make the phone call when you're panting a bit. At least people will say, why are you panting? I'm so excited. Don't tell me we're jumping jack. Just tell me you're so excited. That's why you're panting, right, guys? Come on, pick up the energy, pick up the phone. All right, you guys, that's it. May the Lord bless you. We know our power comes from the Lord and heaven above, right? So we just want it to come down through us, out of our mouths, out of our hearts, and influencing, like you said, Teresa, just the spirit of people that God has entrusted us with. We want to be good stewards. We want to hear, well done, good and faithful servant, don't we? So you guys, may the Lord bless all of you, keep you and shine his face upon you, and be gracious to you. Pick up the energy and pick up the phone. Let's pack these events out. We'll put them in the Facebook group on Sunday night. Remember, the first one's Sunday night. We are not going to be having our typical training on Sunday night, but we will be Facebooking live in the group the event that's going on Sunday night, okay? So we won't have our typical business training that we do on Sunday night. And so just keep posted on that, but we're in Minneapolis first. Second group that we're in is Kansas City, right? Sherry McCants, do you want to say where your event's at? You can unmute yourself, Sherry. Let me pin you. Yep, unmute. Ask to unmute. Let me ask that. Sherry is a massive promoter too.
All right. Yeah, we've got at least 80, possibly 100 for we'll be at the ACA. It's American Club Association on Metcalf 105th in Overland Park on Monday night. And then Tuesday night, we'll be just down the street at Embassy Suites Hotel. So
we're having back-to-back meetings. You guys know this? So Monday night, they're coming in, they're getting the vision, they're getting fired up, they're understanding the business model. And on Tuesday night, they're coming with friends, right? That's how that works. So we're excited about that on Tuesday night. And then from there, where are we off to next? Wichita?
And you're going to Wichita.
Yeah. Shooting over to Wichita. I'm praying for good roads. It should be fast, easy.
It's going to be nice. It's going to be like 50, 60. So
praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
We're bringing the sunshine.
Over to Wichita. Yep, we're bringing the sunshine. We're bringing the light, baby. Be the light. And then from that, where are we going after that?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma, baby. Oklahoma. Here we go.
Making a road trip together.
Making a road trip. Oklahoma City, shooting over there. So we'll put all these events in the Facebook group if you guys got friends. And again, it's not just who you know. You go to the people that you've sponsored and say, who do you know in Oklahoma City? Who do you know in Kansas City area? Who do you know? They cannot miss this. It's an opportunity of a lifetime, right? Who do you know? Right. Don't just think, well, I don't know anybody there. Again, we want you to be, remember, up the energy, pick up the phone. And so you got to think to yourself, who do they know? And you'd be shocked who people know. You'd be shocked who people know. It amazes me sometimes when I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, I can't believe that person knew that person, right? And so that's that. That is, have you ever heard of that? Like the seven spheres of reach, like you're seven people away from like being Donald Trump's cousin, right? Like it's literally like you're 7 people away from really anything that you want in life. And so I encourage you guys to pick up the phone and call. And then from where are we going from Kansas City to over to
Texas.
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City, and then down here to Frisco.
Frisco. Yeah, that's the place where they play the football game, right?
Yes, that's where North Dakota State comes down every year and plays.
Every year, everybody makes the road trip to Frisco. So we're excited to be hanging out with you guys and building a legacy business, you guys. This is it. This is generational wealth. This is it. This is generational health. This can change your family's health and wealth, not just for now, not just for a little while, but for generations to come. So believe it and get after it. All right, you guys. I love you, Sherry. I love you, John and Teresa. Thanks for contributing tonight. Thank you, Bo Brandon. I love you. And again, the very best is yet to come. Believe it. If you believe it, say, I believe it.
Yeah, we believe it. So
I believe it. Thanks,
believe in you.
everyone. Have a great night. We love you.
Okay.